Good afternoon, everybody. What is going on? I am jeffgrantMEDIA. In today's real user review, we are going to be taking a look at the Aught Design Blanket Lined Outrider Jacket. Now, Tad did send me this as a sample for review, but all of the opinions in this video are mine and mine alone. I did not share this content with Aught Design prior to publication. They will see this when you do. Now, I said this is the blanket lined version because there are two versions of this jacket. We do have the online version on the garment rack over here. We will be getting to that shortly. The weather is turning, so once it breaks and warms up just a little bit more, we can switch to the unlined version of the jacket. But we have been wearing the blanket line for like a month and a half, going on 2 months now. I've been wearing this since like beginning of February, end of January. It's now the middle of March, and I've worn this in pretty wide variety of temperature ranges. I think the very first time I wore this, it was 15 degrees out. Now, I did say it was going to be warm. I could wear this in my first impressions video, and I wore it the very next day. But what I was not taking into consideration was, although it was going to be like 60 degrees that next day, it was only like 25 degrees while I was filming at night. And it was about 15 when I woke up in the morning to walk the dog. So I'd already packed away my my Aught Design N1 Watchtower deck jacket, which is my warm jacket I've been wearing all winter. So when I got downstairs and I looked at the temperature in the backyard, I saw 15. I was like, I made a mistake here. But I stuck to it. I didn't want to come upstairs and risk waking everyone up because it was up here hanging on the rack and all the lights were off and everyone was asleep. So I had my hoodie on, I put the jacket on, and after about a half a mile to 3/4 of a mile, I warmed up enough and it was comfortable enough to wear. But I will say, originally wearing it at 15 degrees until I got some of that body heat going, I was a little chilly. So I would say my ideal temperature range would be like mid-20s, like 25-ish, to about 55 degrees. It would be a very good layer to wear. Now, when it is a little bit colder, some of these mornings are still like in the high teens, low to mid 20s, I'll just layer with it. I'll throw a sweatshirt on underneath it, a pullover, zip up. And I've also been throwing this on over my Redline Rally jacket. So if I'm wearing my Type 3 denim jacket, I'll just throw that on and I'll throw this on over it because we only have 3 months left in the rally. So I'm trying to get as much wear in that jacket as humanly possible. So I've been kind of just using it as a warmth layer and it's been working great. So in that 15 degrees, maybe a little bit too cold. If you're doing a lot of work and moving around, it's probably going to be fine, but until you build up that body heat, you might be a little chilly. But if you're casually wearing it, I'd say like mid-20s to mid-50s is a pretty solid range to be wearing the jacket. Above that, I'd probably swap out to the unlined version, and this being British Military Sahara 10 jacket, it's a dry waxed feeling. Now, it is still waxed, so it doesn't breathe awesome, but I feel like these dry wax jackets do breathe a little bit better, so you can get away with wearing them in some warmer temperatures that you wouldn't want to wear a wet wax jacket. I feel like the wet wax do not breathe nearly as well. One thing that isn't listed in the specs is that Tad does say this is washable. I have not done that. I do not plan on doing that. All of my other wax jackets are spot clean only. I don't want to ruin the jacket, and also I don't want to ruin the Pendleton liner because that's awesome. So I have not washed it, and I do not intend on washing this in the machine. I will just spot clean it. And I do know from the name is escaping me, I think it was a Sahara 6 jacket from Tad. I did spill blue cheese dressing on that, like right when I first got it, and it came off easy. I just a little soap and water. Boop. Actually, I don't think I used soap. I think I used water at the bar, and then I was intending on cleaning it at my hotel. I was traveling at the time, and the spot was completely gone. So it came off no problem. So spot cleaning on the British Military Sahara series seems to be completely fine, but they do say it's machine washable. Now, this is what I'm calling a modified Type 2 style. Now, it has the pockets and the pleats, which are the Type 2 style, but the chest pockets on a traditional Type 2 are down much lower. They come like about the middle of the nipple or just below the nipple to like the top of the belly. So these pockets would probably start here. They'd probably be about there. And they would not have hand warmer pockets, which these hand warmer pockets are also Pendleton Wool Line on the knuckle side, really nice. But this is the modified version. So we have the pockets up higher on the chest and we have the hand warmer pockets, which personally, I love the hand warmer pockets. I won't really wear a jacket if they don't have them. I actually carry stuff in them. In the winter, I'll throw my gloves in there. I throw my phone in them. I throw my car keys in them. So I do always wear or always use my belly pockets on my jackets. For me, if a jacket does not have the hand warmer pockets, I simply won't wear it. I learned this a long time ago, which is one of the reasons I didn't really try Type 2s. I do prefer the pockets being up higher as well, but there are plenty of modifieds that have hand warmer pockets and the pockets down low and up high, but I just never really tried them because a traditional Type 2 does not have the hand warmer pockets, and I need them. I absolutely need them. I learned a long time ago, if I don't have them in my jacket, I simply won't wear the jacket. Now, the traditional pleats that we see here on the Type 2 jacket, what they're actually for is if you grow or you need to layer and you need room in your jacket, you cut the pleats open and the jacket will expand, so you don't have to get a new jacket. So it's a good way to continue to wear the same garment without having to be wasteful, or if you simply can't afford another jacket, you can just keep wearing the jacket that you already own. So that's what they're there for. Now, it's more of a fashion point these days than a feature that is actually used. I've never actually seen anyone use it, to be honest with you. I've never seen anyone cut them to use them, but that's what they're intended for. One of the things that we are going to see stylistically different on the line versus the unlined is that there is no game pocket. The unlined version of this actually has a game pocket across the bottom here, which would have 2 access points, snap on either side, and the pocket will go straight through. Now that comes from like the barber jackets. Like if it's I equate it with like Downton Abbey, which I will say, my wife had me start watching because she wanted to see it, and I really got into that show, and I've seen every episode. And I think there's a movie. I think I saw that too. I like it quite a bit. But the game pocket kind of derives from jackets like that. And the lined version does not have it, but I had heard, I think a couple people commented on my first look video that they prefer it. They like it. They actually use it for tools and things like that. Now, personally, I have one jacket with the game pocket, and I've used it a couple times, usually in the winter, mostly when I'm with Hazel, if she takes off her hat or a scarf or something, we're out and about, because they're kind of bulky. I was sticking them back here in that game pocket. Again, the lined version doesn't have one. So maybe, Tad, if you see this, people were commenting they do like the game pocket. I personally like the clean look of it. I don't mind the game pocket. I found it to be useful the few times I've needed it, but personally, I don't use it a lot. So I like the clean back look. But people have been saying they'd like to put their tools and stuff in there when they're actually out working, because people do work and wear this jacket to work in, and they like to throw tools back there that they use often and need accessible. So maybe V2 next year, maybe you can throw the game pocket on the lined version. People seem to actually like it and enjoy it. I don't mind it. If it's on the jacket, I'm not going to say no to having options, but personally, I like the clean back look. So how have I been wearing this? Well, just about everything I do. It's just been hanging by the door. It's been my go-to jacket now since I got it, since the day after I opened it up. I've been wearing it basically daily, and it's been working out really, really great for me. It's very comfortable. I've been wearing this a lot, and it doesn't look bad at all. I mean, like, even the dog hair is not on it. Like, it's not, because it's not wet wax, it's not sticking to it. So, like, yeah, things brush off this very, very easily. It's very, very accessible. The only point I'm really seeing anything is maybe a little bit of wear around the pockets, because I do use my chest pockets often. I throw stuff in there when I'm walking the dog. So I'm opening these quite a bit, actually. And then usually, for me at least, I see a lot of wear here on my right hand warmer pocket, because it's the one I use mostly. I throw my car keys in here. So while I have gloves in both the pockets, I took them off the video so I don't have glove bulges, but I'm accessing this several times a day daily for my gloves, for my keys. So I'm usually seeing a lot of wear here, and we're not even seeing that. So like, it's wearing really, really well. And I think I've worn this just about every day. Okay, maybe not every day. I have swapped it out for a couple of other jackets here or there, but I have worn this a lot. This has been my main jacket since I've gotten it, and it's been incredibly comfortable. Now, we also have our shoulder gussets, which give us a reach, which is great because I'm kind of wide in the chest and wide in the back. So one of the problems I always have is I always feel tight in the back of my jacket. Just, I've gotten used to it. But when I get a jacket with gussets and I actually have that reach, it's really, really nice. Now, another point I would like to make, that I am 5'9", 175 to 180, and this is a size large. And I have had this experience now with every Triple Aught design jacket, where I think these actually do run true to size, because all of the larges have been a little bit big on me. Now, this is something I've noticed this season. It seems like most companies that I used to take a medium in I have to take a large in now. It feels like their jackets are cut differently. Now I will say, yes, I have certainly grown a little bit. I'm getting older, I'm getting a little bit more lazy, and I haven't been training nearly as hard as I normally do, but I have jackets that don't have a ton of wear from the same companies from last season in mediums, and I have jackets from those same companies this year where I had to get size larges. So it's not that just all of my mediums were stretched out. The larges are just fitting smaller, so they're cutting them differently. Not the case with Triple Aught Designs. So I'd say they do run true to size. So when buying, purchase the size that you would normally wear. And I'd say if anything, they might run a little bit big. So if you're on the fence, I would say maybe go with the smaller size because I find that they are running a little bit big. Now, while I personally think a size medium would fit me just fine in this jacket, I don't mind the fact that I do have this in a large and it is a little bit bigger on me because it allows me to layer underneath. And for some of those days where it is a little bit cooler out, yes, I can throw another jacket on underneath or a heavy sweatshirt. But now we have to talk about the price of this jacket. That is the comment that I got over and over and over again on my first look video. This jacket cost $535. The unlined version of this jacket, when it's not on sale, I think it's $298. That is $227 cheaper. That's a big difference. It's currently, time of filming, on sale. It's like $312 cheaper. That's an even bigger discount. So what are we getting for that $535? Well, the shell of the jacket is made from a British Millrain Sahara 10 fabric. That is a UK made fabric from a well-known, well-established company. I've had plenty of products from British Millrain. Absolutely love the company and everything they put out. The blanket lining that is in the body and in the knuckle side of the hand warmer pockets is Pendleton Wool. That is an American-made product that is steeped in American history. Now, if you don't know who Pendleton is, you can check out my first look video right up here. I dive in a little bit of the history and that maybe help you understand who the company is, but you've probably seen more Pendleton than you're aware of. And if you've ever seen The Big Lebowski, the sweater that the dude wears is a Pendleton sweater. On top of that, the jacket is cut and sewn in America. So we're paying for high quality durable materials. We're paying for the American labor and manufacturing that went into the blanket lining of this jacket. And then we were paying for the American labor to actually cut and sew this jacket together. So we are getting a substantial amount of product for that $535. Now, is it worth that much more for the lined or unlined version? I mean, to me, yes. I think it's a quality product. I've had plenty of things from Tad, backpacks, shirts, other jackets. Everything has been great. I've beaten these things up. I don't treat any of these things gently. No, I'm not like rolling around in the mud, testing them out. I mean, I probably can't roll around in the mud. I won't be able to get back up. I'm 44 years old, but I'm wearing these things. I'm not babying them. And for me, this time of the year, I wouldn't be able to wear the unlined version of this jacket. It's simply too cold. I need a blanket lined jacket. I need something with a little bit more warmth for these 20-degree days to 55-degree days. So the unlined version for me right now, this time of the year, it's not an option. I simply can't wear it. It's not warm enough. I can layer underneath it, but then I'll be Ralphie's little brother with the snowsuit on and just have so many layers underneath. It's not worth it. So to me, the price is worth it. I know what I'm getting. I'm getting a lot of value for that $535. The quality, the craftsmanship, the materials, everything that's going into this has been great. And I've been wearing this jacket a lot. Yes, I have worn a couple other jackets in this time frame. I've been testing it, but I've been wearing this quite a bit. This has been my main jacket and it looks great. I mean, you can't really see anything on here. Now, I will say this is Tad's black. I call it more of a smoke gray and I like it. I like this better than black because even though I'm not seeing any dog hair on it, this color I think hides the dog and the cat hair because I have one of each. The cat is black and white, the dog is white, black, and brown, so I got a lot of different colors of dog hair flying around. But black, like straight up black, like black, the fabric material, it just picks up that white dog and cat hair and it just shows it. And this is doing a great job at hiding it. So that alone might be worth the $535, the fact that it hides the dog hair. But the jacket is wearing well, it's fitting well, it's looking good. It doesn't look like I've been wearing this thing almost daily for a past 2 months or so. So to me, I think it's worth the $535. Is it worth it to you? That's a decision you have to make on your own. I'm here to tell you that this thing is durable. It feels good, it fits good, it's holding up great. I think it's worth the $535. But if you have the means to buy it, by all means, buy it. If this might be too rich for your blood, and I get it, that's a lot of money. I mean, try the online version. I mean, you can layer underneath it. To me, I'm not comfortable with that many layers, especially when it's 20 degrees out. I'd prefer to have something with the liner in it, and then maybe throw a sweatshirt on underneath it. But I don't want to wear like 3 or 4 layers underneath my jacket. I'd rather just wear the jacket that has the liner. And the Pendleton liner, to me, is worth the upgrade. So to me, for my preference, yes, I think it's worth it. If you have the means, I think this is be a great jacket for you. It's been wearing well for me. I think this is going to be pretty indestructible. I like the overall styling. I like this modified Type 2 style. I love the pleats. I love the higher pockets, and I need the fact that they actually have hand warmer pockets. I need that for me personally in a jacket. So to me, totally worth the $535. Having had Tad before, I know the quality is going to be bomb-proof, and I like the garment. It's wearing well. It's working out great for me. This is something that's going to be in my collection for many, many years. Like I'm going to be hard-pressed to try to wear this thing out. I can probably work in this quite a bit and have it still look great. I will say I've had several people also comment on my Tad N1 Watchtower deck jacket saying that they work in theirs and they're great. One guy actually said he welds in his, and he actually liked it so much he gave that one to his father-in-law and bought another one for himself because he wanted a black version. It wasn't worn out, he just wanted the black version, so he bought himself the black version and gave his tan version to his father-in-law, who still wears it, and he's welded in that thing. And I forget offhand, but that's an expensive jacket as well, and if you could beat the hell out of it and weld in it, and it still looks good and wears fine, I fell down a hill in mine. It's a great jacket. So I have no qualms with the price of this jacket. I know what went into it. I know the price and the quality of the materials that are in it. So I think it's well priced for what it is. And yeah, I think it's worth the money. Do you think it's worth the money? That's a decision you're gonna have to make on your own. I can't make that for you. But my opinion is, if you do buy this jacket, you are not gonna be disappointed. I know that I am not disappointed myself. So with that, if you like this video or any of my other videos, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Smash that big red button and ring that bell right next to it so you get notifications the next time I post a brand new video. Good night.